Hey, how goes it, everyone? This is Romoret bringing you back to RWBY Grimm Eclipse. Now, there have been a number of updates since I last played, the big one being Horde Mode and Team Juniper. So, I haven't really touched it much since Team Juniper became really a thing. So, what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to figure out what character I want to play as. Right now, checking out Pyrrha. I'll be playing a little bit as Pyrrha right now and seeing how that works.
Students, report in!
We're okay. The building collapse revealed an underground passage.
Ah, thank goodness. I'm afraid you're now in Mountain Glen sub-training levels.
So it's been a while, really, since I've played any game or uploaded too much, and that's because, if most of you noticed, the games that I have been playing have been a little bit low when it comes to the graphics, and that's because I don't have the full technology to support high-level gameplay. But one thing that you may have noticed is my mic quality is better now, and that is because I have gone through and invested in a better mic as a gift for myself, sort of thing, because it's the start. It's the start of heading towards better quality gameplay and videos for you, the viewers. So when it comes to things that have happened recently with Pyrrha, well, with RWBY Grimm Eclipse, is that they came out with the Juniper DLC. It is a paid DLC, $5 in order to access Team Juniper, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But they also came out with Horde Mode, which I believe is free, and I haven't really dabbled too much with Horde Mode yet because I need to work with Team Pepper as to when we will be playing that together. Hopefully soon. Scheduling with a bunch of people is a little difficult, especially with our busy lives, but it is something that is on the to-do list, definitely, so it will be showing up sometime in the future. Now, with Team Juniper DLC, I have been, like I said, playing mostly Pyrrha so far, trying to figure out her different combos, trying to figure out how she works as a an overall character. You know, everyone who's watched my videos before knows that Blake's my main because she does just enough damage but does so much speed and just has the accessibility that I like.
Another victory.
Just the right amount of speed, right amount of damage that I can kill certain things quickly. So, and I would just been going through the game and comparing. So it takes 3 shots to kill these explosive gear with Blake, or 2 with Pyrrha's rifle, which is good for you think Pyrrha better. Pyrrha's.
What was that thing?
Oh,
it appeared to be a creature of Grimm, but modified, mutated. This will require
Pyrrha's.
It's fascinating. Excellent work.
Range is a little bit slower than what I would like, but that's it. It's true to her character. And you notice a bunch of other attacks that Pyrrha does. One thing that I really do appreciate with Pyrrha is that her stun allows her to stay where she is, because using her polarity and magnetism, she's able to throw her spear and then have it come back to her, which is fantastic. I really appreciate that moveset. One of the other things that's really cool is her actual team attack, where she throws her spear and comes up to the enemy, and you can't necessarily tell that if I were to back myself up and hit this guy, I'd be able to actually swing towards him like that. It doesn't do as much damage as Blake's, I don't think, because it isn't a full combo, but it does allow for crowd control. There we go. And the next break I have, what I'll do, in battling that is, I should say, after these waves are all done, I will open up the leveling menu and show you what some of her stuff is. She does have a fantastic ultimate. I really enjoy that ultimate just because it is nice crowd control. It works. It's a very strong AoE that works at a decent range, and it isn't necessarily, it doesn't have a delay like Blake's does. And Blake's has a delay based on what you do. Hers is more of a supportive. The Earthquake one will knock back, the Fire one is just damage, and the Ice one, depending on which you go with, is the stun, similar to what you would be able to do with White's. But Pyrrha is just, like, tons of damage.
Done.
And some of the other characters, I have been playing some of the other characters. Nora's great, she's fun, a lot of people really like to play her, but she is too slow for me. No offense to Nora players, it's just, I'd like to be able to mid-combo, switch out, dodge, get back in, and not take damage. That's my play style. I'm a very quick in and out, guerrilla attack warfare. So going over to looking at her stuff, her ultimate AoE, more damage, pirouette mastery. I need to kill more enemies with that. Team attacks, I'm not really going to upgrade team attacks, but it's more damage and shockwave. Just because I don't use it that much this time around. But if I am in a team and I decide to go with Pyrrha as my Juniper character, then I will likely upgrade that. The combo, adding 3 additional, I'm not sure what this one is, but I will unlock it soon. And then the other ones are pretty consistent, although I do like the Fall Maiden name. Kind of sad for those who know what's going on, but I mean, they're very good in their name scheming of unlockables.
Oh dear, that is a bomb.
Grab you.
And a very large bomb at that.
So one of the big things that people have been talking about when it comes to this game is what's available for it. When you evaluate a game like this, you need to understand like its replayability, its game length, its quality. It has good quality. It's a beat 'em up game. It's very good, very popular with the fandom. But beyond the fandom, some people have been talking about how pricey it is. It is, I believe, around $20 for the game, extra $5 for the DLC expansion of playing these characters of the Juniper team, and that has been an issue for some people because they think it's a little overpriced. And I mean, what they have to understand is that I'm not advocating one way or another whether or not it is or is not overpriced. It does have a short campaign. Depending on your skill level, it shouldn't take more than 2 hours necessarily. It isn't terribly. The game itself is repetitive, but it doesn't have as much repeatability. They did come out with a Horde mode, and they did come out with Team Juniper, and that's good. But for $20, I don't know if that's necessarily worth it. That's the question that a lot of people have been having. I have to pay attention a little bit during this part because I forgot to grab the second dust. Because I'm playing by myself during this, and this is not the time you want to be playing with yourself on this stage. Because I'm going to basically be just on dust duty. And not getting enough experience. But if they wanted to, I mean, one thing you gotta understand with Rooster Teeth is that they are not a gaming company. That's not what it's not what they primarily do. So it makes sense that you know, you're gonna have a game and it may be a little, what some people think, overpriced, and that's your opinion. But they are constantly growing. This isn't a game that's just released at one particular time. It's not like 100% complete. They're always having expansion. They're having DLC, they're having expansion, they're coming out with new modes. And it's a one-time game purchase. One thing that did... I don't know if it was necessarily fair with the Juniper thing being a costed DLC. If they're going to do that, they have to balance it out somehow. They have to, in the future, come out with something else, either another campaign or another thing like Horde mode or something, because I feel like okay, we're falling, never mind, didn't quite make that jump apparently. Like, this is supposed to take place, this campaign is supposed to take place between the second and third volume, which, speaking of which, the fourth volume just came out today. Fantastic. Looking forward to watching it. this evening. I'm actually going to be watching it at a viewing party with Guinevere, who most of you know if you've ever seen any of my videos. She's probably in most of them. She's Summer Rose, and she also helps us out, helps Team Pepper out every now and then. Let's see. But I'm going over to watch that finally. One thing that they could do is, it's a huge order, but they could actually consider a second campaign without extra cost in the long run, and that would take a while. I understand that, but you could possibly do it now that the 4th volume or season, whatever you want to call it, is out. It could be a filler for the gap between Volume 3 and Volume 4. It may take a while, especially because we need to know what's going on in Volume 4 in order to fill that gap, but you could talk about, like, this is what these people have been up to. Weiss, you know, she kind of was just taken home, and I don't know if she's actually been doing anything. We'll find out. I'll find out later tonight when I watch the video. But, you could talk about where Blake went. It showed her, last we know, it showed her running around, Beacon. Just doing, like, I don't know, recon or something. There we go. Kill these guys. Please and thank you. But anyway, Yang, it looks like if the trailer for the actual opening of Volume 4 came out. So it looks like Yang's been training with her dad and also having a lot of PTSD issues or something, I'm not sure. And one thing that they could really do if they want to make a big campaign out of it is what has been going on with the Beacon students, with Juniper and with RWBY, because that's the main action, at least as far as we know. Nope, those guys glitched out. Poor dudes. Good. Perfect timing. But these are things to consider. It does seem a little overpriced. In my situation, I've been playing it since before the beginning, since the conception or the concept of it. In that I found the fan game made by one person, one fan. Played it. You can see those videos on my channel as well. And then have been following it ever since Rooster Teeth decided to take the fan game and adapt it into this actual Grimm Eclipse game. I was part of the early alpha and the beta. I reported glitches and things and followed through and tried to help with the gameplay as much as I could and broke the game as much as I could in order to report it. Shouldn't have done that because those glitches were fun, but I mean someone was going to do it eventually. So it's been a long haul, and in that situation when you did early alpha it was $15 instead of $20, and the upgrade was automatic, so we didn't have to pay the extra $5. But still, it was a bit different, and it's been worth it. It's been a good adventure. I hope they continue to play it, and to come out with DLC and things like that, and possibly not charge extra for it. But that's on Rooster Teeth. That's just something that they have decided to do, at least with the Juniper download. But that's my thought on that. Just like come out with something else, make it worth the money that you're asking for, really. So that's gonna be the end of this video. It's really just me testing out new characters. I'm gonna play a little bit of Ren as well, try to figure out which Juniper character I like. So I have Blake, and then I have either Pyrrha or Ren, because they seem to be the faster type characters that will match my playstyle. And I'm also just testing out my new mic. I want my video quality to improve little by little, so it's better quality for you, the viewers, to enjoy. So that'll be the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, take it easy.